So my shipping buddy Todd said I got a delivery today. You got something for me, dude?
I have something for you.
That looks like the box from John Saunders. That's going to be the part for the parking attachment. Appreciate it, man.
No problem.
I guess we'll go ahead and load it up in the big Dodge over there.
We'll load the Dodge.
All right. It's a heavy load, man. Glad I got the 1 ton for this. Awesome job, man. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, so there it is. Special delivery from Saunders Machine Works. All right, we got the fresh shipment in from Saunders Machine Works. Nice heavy load. So that's going to be the part for the parking attachment that John Saunders made for me up there in his shop on his Tormach machines. So let me go get a banding tool. We'll snap it loose from there and take it inside and take a look at it. Go. All right, let's go check it out. All right. That side's already busted there. Oh, we got some sticker swag. And here is the part. Hey, would you look at that? That's awesome, John. You did a nice job on that. It's funny, I actually just watched the videos last night. He had part 1 and 2 of the machining of this, and it's really cool to. It was really cool to see the videos and see you make it, and then the next day I actually get it in my hands. So there's the part where you had used the little spot facing drill. I remember that, and the engraving. It turned out awesome. So there we go. Very nice job, John. And I just can't thank you enough for the help that you've given me on this project right here. I think you really went out of your way to help me with this. I seen after the work that you put in it, how much is involved in doing, like you call it, a job shop. You know, this is a one-off job. This isn't a production. This is just to draw it up, design it, and machine it. And from what I understand, this is sort of a big piece that for your machining, you're used to some of the smaller stuff and working with a lot of aluminum, and you know, you use that big 4-flute M on the side. That's a pretty wide cut right there, and your machines did a good job. So that's pretty cool. Awesome. Thank you very much, John. I really appreciate it, man. So we will show this on some upcoming parking attachment videos. I've got it set up right there. I've been doing a lot of work on it, and I'm getting really close to where I can actually be able to fit this on there. So pretty excited about that. So there we go. One part for the parking attachment from NYC CNC. So now that we got the S&S kicked off right, welcome back to the shop. This is going to be episode 122, and this episode is going to be we got a lot of viewer mail that I want to share. I've also got a new tool for the shop, and I want to show that to you, and I also want to show you how it's used here in the shop. So that's going to be the content for today's S&S video. And also got a couple things here that I'll show you that I got down at the flea market anyway last weekend. Haven't been in a while, and I went and picked up a few things. So I'm working on the parking attachment. I spent all last weekend, or say Saturday, Sunday, I worked on it, getting a lot of it done. So there will be another video after this. I was trying to work on another parking attachment video, and I haven't had time to get to it, but I'll get to it when I can. And hopefully next week we'll get us another shop talk out there and cover some more topics for you guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to our show here. So I did order a couple new tools for the K&T. This is that 2-inch end mill holder that I needed. I found that off eBay, and then the same seller also had an 1.5 inch, so I went ahead and picked it up because I didn't have an 1.5 inch. I don't see a lot of use for an 1.5 inch shank. I don't have very many, I think, but I just wanted to have one around here. These weren't very expensive. I think I paid $35 and $40 for that, and that was free shipping too, by the way. So went down to the flea market, and I did find this Lufkin center finder and the original rule, 12-inch rule. Needs a little bit of cleaning, but a good tool right there. Paid $5 for that. And another guy that's out there's got lots of tools. I swung by his little booth there and checked it out, and I ended up buying these brand new tapered reamers. Brand new. This is a number 10, and I thought what I was getting was a number 10, 9, and 8, but both of these are number 9, so I got two number 9 tapered pin reamers. Both of them are brand new. Never been used before from what I can tell. Still very sharp, and I paid $20 for all three of those. And then one more little thing that I had found was this very neat. It's a simplex jack, and I actually have a big version of a simplex. It's around here somewhere. Looks exactly like that, except it's big, and I didn't know that they made them this small. So that's pretty neat. You know, it's a little USA made tool. It's kind of like a machinist jack, so I just need to cut a little rod to put in there, and those are very handy. But I paid $1 for that, so I had to grab that. So that was the flea market scores from last weekend. Just wanted to share that. Hadn't been in a while, and I enjoyed it. I'm hoping maybe to go back this weekend and take a look around. So I'm going to get some viewer mail. I've had a lot stacking up over the past couple weeks, and I haven't been able to share that, and I always like to share that with you. So I'm going to try to get to a few of them, and I won't be able to get to all, so this is going to carry over into next week also. So let me go ahead and grab the first batch here, and we'll show what we got. Okay, to start with, I want to show this. Now, this is a piece of 1 3/4 4140 that was sent to me by, let's see, it was Stonington Boat Works, and I tried to find the email from this viewer whenever he had said that he had sent in this, and I cannot find the email so that I could reply to you. But this was sent to my old address down the road, and it was sitting there for a long time, and they finally figured out who it belonged to. So the 4140 is here. I went ahead and marked it, and he had sent this so that I would have some material to use on the shaft for the parking attachment, such as this one right here. So I had already bought a piece that's sitting here now from McMaster, and that's where this one come from. So, but anyway, thank you very much for the 4140. It is here safe and sound now. I said this before, future reference, if you guys decide to send something, without notifying me, don't look up my old address, because there's other people there now. So just send me an email and I'll let you know. So, all right, this is a very nice Brown & Sharpe number 589 height gauge that was given to me by Doug Hall, and his company is called Doug Hall Engineering. And I actually met him up at the open house, up at John's open house, and I got to talk to him, and he had this on his table because he was selling a few of the tools. And I was checking it out, and Doug was talking to me and goes, "I'll make you a heck of a deal on that thing." And I was looking at it like, I really do need something this size with some weight to it. I don't have anything that big to be able to use on the granite plate there for inspection and measuring or whatever. And so I asked him, I said, "Well, what do you got to have for it?" And he says, "For you, I'll send it to you." So I had no way to take it home with me. I would have had to ship it out. But he said, "No, I want you to have it." So he took it back with him, and he boxed it up. Very nice boxing job, by the way, full of foam. And he protected it very well. He wrapped this all up with cardboard and then filled it up with foam, and it got here nice and safe, Doug. So this is a nice heavy base right here, nice cast iron base, and it has a fine adjust feature on it. And it also has a rapid, so you can squeeze the back of it. It's got a screw here. You can squeeze this back piece, so you can slide it up and down. And then once you engage it, let go of it, engages the threads. This is a lock nut here to lock it, and on the bottom of it, you have a fine adjust knob right here, and that turns the screw on the back of it. So you use that for your fine adjust up and down. Nice addition to the shop. I really appreciate that, Doug. I really do like that. I want to clean it up some and proudly use it around here. So thank you. We got another tool right here, and this was sent in by Keith Larvick out of Glendale, Arizona. And this is another 2-inch end mill holder. Now this is the Cat 50 style, and you see the difference between a NT 50 or a BT 50 and a Cat 50. You have a little different height right here, even though it will work because my drawbar is plenty long enough that I could use that. And you also have on the flange here, there's a V machined in it. That's where the tool changers come and grab these tools and move them out. Now, that's the difference between a Cat 50 and the older style for the manual machines. This is a Kennametal brand. It's a good quality one. So thank you very much, Keith, for that. I really appreciate it. I had actually already bought this 2-incher whenever I had it here, whenever I opened your box with this one in there. But I really appreciate it, and hopefully it'll still be handy around here on the mill, okay? So my super secret carbide buddy pulled through again and sent me a couple more tools that he wanted me to have. And of course, his favorite hot and spicy peanuts. This was from my buddy Mike Sapo, and by the way, I wanted to go ahead and just give a mention because I know that they would like this. They just had their very first child, baby daughter, Poppy June Sapo, born on Good Friday, and he had shared an email with me that, and I'll throw the picture up there. I'm sure that they would like to see that on SNS. So congratulations, guys. So Mike sent me another Kennametal DNMG tool. When I say DNMG tool, that's the type of insert that I'm talking about. The tool is a DD-JNR-20, but it takes a DNMG insert. Several months back, he had sent me some of these inserts here, that look like that I used on some stainless steel, and I showed that on a job that I was doing at work, and they worked extremely well first time I had used them. So he wanted to send me a few more of them, and that's what he's done. And there's some other ones in here also, different style trip breakers, different grades, and he emailed me all the info for the different grades and what they're good for. So I got all the info there that I can reference to. It's too much to talk into a video, but good info there. And thank you very much, Mike. I really appreciate this, man. The peanuts, these are all also good. I'll probably eat those whenever when I'm editing my video. So very cool, Mike. Thank you very much, and congratulations to you guys on your baby daughter there. This next batch of tools here, these were sent in by Nick Snyder. He's from Vancouver, Washington, and sent me a very nice letter to go along with all this stuff to kind of explain why he sent it. It's definitely some nice big tooling, some of these Niagara cutters that we've grown to love around here, and some big boy turning holders. This is a Seco turning holder right here, and there's some other ones in there, some Kennametal. Just all kind of really nice tooling right here. Got a couple horizontal or milling cutters for the horizontal setup. So we've got a couple of these different flavors in here. Got the small bottle of the Formula 777 Cool Mist. A lot of nice stuff, man. Look at these end mills right here. All brand new. Nice 2-inch roughing end mill. One of these is a Brubaker, and Brubaker makes some really good tools here also. They got a nice roughing end mill there. So a lot of nice Niagara cutters. There's a couple smaller ones that's not in a package. Looks like some 3/4 and 1 inch, maybe a 7/8. These are 1 inch, I'm sorry. And a couple smaller ones in here. There's some smaller ones right there. A lot of really nice tooling that Nick had sent in. And in his letter, he explained to me, he's a little younger than me, he's 32, and he grew up in a shop kind of like I did. And he had a mentor, his name was Rocky, and they specialize in large pump shafts and pump-related parts. So he has done a lot of the work that I've done, and that's one of the things that he's enjoyed watching my videos is it kind of brings him back to the stuff that he used to do also. But he said that he was cleaning up his small shop at home, and he ran across these items that he knew that he did not need anymore, and he wanted to send them to me and let me have them. So that's what he did. So Nick, this is a really, really nice lot of tools, a lot of good stuff right here. I don't have any of these holders like this to take the SMG Tools square inserts. So we got I believe it's a right and a left right here. Yep. Got a right and a left, and I already showed you this one right here also, the Seco, and some inserts and some seats. Yep. A lot of nice stuff, Nick. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for the nice letter there. I enjoyed reading all that and learning about you. So hopefully we can put these to use around the shop here, okay? Another big batch of tools on a blue tray, and all of this stuff right here was sent in by Joel Heaton, and he is from Lottie, or I'm sorry, his business is called Lottie Fabrication, and he's from West Branch, Michigan. So he sent in, we got a bunch of taper shank drills. These are all new, made by Precision Twist Drill, and there's many different sizes right here, all of them new. There's some that are used that are not in a box, such as this one right here. That's 1 1/8 inch. There's a few of those, and a couple big boy counter boring tools with the looks like a number 4 Morse taper on it. And there's a couple big milling cutters here. This looks like a 60-degree double angular mill. We've got a radius cutter right here, and another big radius cutter. Now this is for a 1 inch radius. I believe that's a 2 inch wide cutter. I don't have any that big. Now the only problem is I don't have, this is an 1.5 inch arbor hole, I don't have any 1.5-inch arbors for the mill, so that's something that I'll have to be on the lookout for, is a good quality 1.5-inch arbor to add to the K&T collection over there. So I believe it was this cutter here. He also sent this stub mill, 50 taper stub mill, or 1.25 inch shank, and it was stuck on there pretty good. And I haven't even gotten this bottom spacer off there yet. It's still pretty well stuck on there, although I got it moving now. But I had soaked it in some penetrant, and then I soaked it in Evapor Rust overnight. And I was finally able to get these two of these spacers off, and this one's still tight on there. I just didn't feel like messing with it anymore. But it's a Poland-made stub arbor. So another nice tool right there. I need to get that apart and get it all cleaned up. Some nice stuff there, Joel. I really appreciate it, and thank you very much. All right, the last viewer mail that I'm going to show this week. This is a small pen light that was sent to me by Through Night Inc. They make several different type of flashlights, and they sell these on eBay. And they sent me one to try out because I like the. This is a pen light, and it's called a Through Night TI4 compact pen light. And we got some instructions right there about it. Looks like a little owner's manual. Package is pretty nice, wrapped up in some foam in this little baggie. Through Night TI4 pen light. I like it because it's small and compact, and you can throw it in your pocket just like that. My shirt pocket. I usually have my scale and a pen when I'm working, you know. And this doesn't take up a lot of room. It's not heavy and bulky. It's a LED, and it's got 4 settings. There's the low. You got a sort of like a medium range, and then a high that's called a turbo, and then another one, a strobe. You just cycle through the settings. So that's a pretty bright light right there, you know. When you're over there on the machine and you're wanting to get down in there and look in the bore or something like that, or look in the machine, this looks like this would be a pretty good light to use. I don't know yet. I mean, I just got it, so I'm going to be trying this out and see how I like it, and I'll let you know. So if you guys are interested in this, I'm going to throw the link to Amazon for this light up there. I want to say this is around 25 or 30 bucks on Amazon, and it takes 2 AAA batteries. So I'm going to be trying it out and see what I think. So far it looks like it'd be pretty good to use around here. All right. So Through Night, thank you for the pen light. So this is the new tool that I just recently acquired for the shop here, and I want to talk about it for just a minute, and I actually want to show you this. I want to go over to the mill and use this. I have not used this tool before, and I've never used one like it. So this is made by Edge Technology, and they are out of Tucson, Arizona. They're right here in the U.S., and they make some really nice quality tools. So I like the packaging. They've got a real nice case that they put their tools in, which I didn't know until I got this. So it's a nice hard case, and let me open this up and show you. So this is the ProTram. You got a book right here. This is a part of it right there as a magnet. So they supply you with an owner's manual that tells you step by step the proper way to use this. And the case, it's a nice protective case. It's got the hard foam in here that's cut out so that this tool will push in there and stay, and the top's filled with the eggshell foam. So that's really nice right there. You know, you got a nice protective case. It's not just shoved in a little cardboard box. So let's pull it out of there and take a little better look at it. They got their patent number on there. I like the way they got their logo. You know, they have their logo put into the indicator dial faces right there. So it's a 1/2 inch shank, so you can hook it up to your, you'll put it in a 1/2 inch collet. They do have different models of these. Let me grab, I got a book right here that came with it. And so there's a couple pictures of it being used. You can easily set up and get trammed in on a sign plate if you're trying to tilt your head. And they make some different models right here. They've got a mini one too, and I think the mini one may fit for like a 4-inch milling vise. So it looks like a nice quality tool, and it is used to tram in your milling machine, where typically you have an indicator that you're sweeping around in a circular pattern and you're getting your tilt and your nod to 0. This tool here is designed so that it makes it a lot simpler, a lot faster, and easier to do that. So I have read the instructions, and I want to go down here to my do-all and actually try this tool out, and let's see how it does, okay? Alright, so the first thing that they suggest that you do is make sure that it's calibrated and you set both dials on 0. And that's in the book right here, and it tells you step by step how to properly do that. That's why they supply this little magnet with the tool. It's just a little magnet. They call it a calibration magnet, but we're going to stick it on the table here. That's going to be our contact point for our dial. So I'm going to put it underneath the dial, the tip of the dial indicator right here. And I've got the knee locked. I got everything locked here. I'm going to try to bring this down to where that one reads 0. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go past it just a little bit there. Okay. Alright, so that one's on 0. And what we want to do is we want to rotate it 180 and make sure that this one is dialed in to read 0 also. So I'm going to leave it there. We're going to move the camera around here, and we'll come back and check the other side. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and rotate it 180. Pick the needle up off of it. I'm going to rotate it 180. Bring it to the contact tip there. And it's calibrated. That one's on 0 as well. So looks like it's already calibrated, ready to roll. So let's go ahead and we're going to check tram on the table now. Alright, we got you facing the dials there. I'm going to go ahead and raise the knee up. I've got the quill locked, and we're going to raise it up. I have not trimmed this in yet. We're going to see what we see on the dials here. Okay, it looks like I'm off 1/1000ths. So this one's on 0, this one's -1 right there. And the main thing is that it's consistent. It doesn't matter what number it's on, as long as it's on the same number there. So we got to move it 1/1000ths, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and loosen these 4 bolts here, and then the screw is right there that I have to turn, and I'll see if I can get this trammed in real quick. Hopefully. And it's almost guaranteed that I go the wrong direction, because that's usually what I do every time, is I turn the screw the wrong direction. Alright, see, it's already moving there. Okay. So I'm going to snug these back up just a little bit, get some tension on the 4 bolts, and we're going to go ahead and rotate this. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way, so let me bring the screw the other way here. Alright, I'm going to try to ease into it. I'm just trying to get those dials even. I'm just about there. Man, it's about maybe 2/10 off. That's really close, guys. All right, I'm going to try to leave it right there. Let me snug up on these bolts and see if it stays the same. Okay, it's looking pretty good. All right, there we go. So there they are on 0, okay? So that part's trimmed. So let me switch the camera back over here and we'll rotate it the other direction and check tram that way. Get it to a good spot on the table here. All right, gonna bring it up. Pretty close. All right, so that one's on 0. This one is reading maybe 2 or 3 tenths under, so it's just slightly out of trim, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm gonna leave it alone. But it's this is a demo to show how this is working. First time I've ever used it, and I like it. It does seem to be a lot easier than putting your indicator up there and sweeping across. So, all right, one more test I want to do while we're messing with it. So we've already trammed in the table here, and they say that you can tram in. Some people like to tram in on the vise right here, and I'm not sure if that's the proper way to do it or not. I've always trammed the table. Some people like to tram that and then put their vise on, and some people want to tram this after it's put on. But we're going to go ahead and check the vise and see what kind of readings we get, okay? All right, we've got her positioned over the Kurt vise here. I'm going to lock the quill. I'm going to bring the knee up to it. Okay, it looks good. It's pretty much reading 0, 0 right there, guys. I can see that it's off maybe 1 or 2 tenths. I believe we were having that same consistent reading over here on the table. But there you go. There's a nice new tool for the shop. I'm going to enjoy using this whenever I've got to tram in the head. I can also use this down there on the K&T whenever I put the vertical head up there. I usually have to bump it just a little bit, usually around 1 or 2 thousandths. So I'm going to use this next time that I have to tram in that, and we'll show that again. So cool new tool from Edge Technology. So I'm going to throw the link there in the video description. If you're interested in this, click on the link and check out their website. They got a really nice website, and I believe these are $99. So it's a nice affordable tool. Comes in a really nice case to protect it, and I'd recommend it. I like it. So there you go, guys.